Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Monday, May 15, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. New York Mets vs Washington Nationals. The New York Mets came into 2023 as one of the biggest World Series contenders in all of baseball, but with the injuries, especially to their pitching staff, they've struggled to find consistency. But if they want to catch up with the Braves in the NL East, they'll need to take down teams like Washington. In their past 17 games played on Monday, the Mets have come away with a 12-5 record, and with the offense humming after an 8-2 win last time out, this is their chance to finally build some momentum as they look to become the team most expected them to be. The Nationals played well over the past week, and they've won 6 of their last 10 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Mets, which will give them their 7th win in their last 11 games. Washington is averaging 3.97 runs per game. Their .255 batting average is 12th in the league. Their .317 on-base percentage is 18th, while their .358 slugging percentage is 28th. Joey Menezes leads the Nationals with a .287 batting average, while Lane Thomas leads the team with 4 home runs and 18 RBI. Washington's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 4.55 runs per game. Opponents have a .259 batting average against the Nationals, which is 22nd in the league. Their 4.40 ERA is 17th, while their 1.43 WHIP is 25th. In his last start, Corbin gave up 8 hits and 2 earned runs in 6 innings, leading to a 4-1 loss to San Francisco. They will need another solid start from him if they want to get the win. The Nationals have won 7 of their last 10 games and 4 of their last 6 home games. Even though they are one of the worst offensive teams in the league, they are playing very well at the moment, scoring 28 runs in their last 5 games. They will continue playing well offensively in this game because they have been great against left-handed pitching this season, and Peterson has struggled on the mound this season, especially on the road where he gave up 17 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 7 runs in his last 2 starts against the Nationals, and with New York's bullpen also struggling, they will have a hard time slowing down the Nationals in this game. The Mets have lost 4 of their last 6 games and 5 of their last 7 road games. They aren't playing well offensively at the moment, scoring only 11 runs in their last 4 games. Things won't get easier for them in this game because they have struggled against left-handers this season, and Corbin has done a decent job on the mound, giving up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 1 run in his last start against the Mets and will keep their offense in check once again. Go with Washington to cover the money line. Despite the solid lineups both of these teams possess, it's the pitching staff and defense that lead the way, with the under being 4-1 in their past 5 overall meetings, as well as being 7-3 in their past 10 head-to-head matchups in Washington. For the Mets, the under sits at 4-1 in their past 5 overall games, and for the Nationals, the under sits at 6-1 in their past 7 home games, and with 2 solid starters taking the mound, this could be another close, low-scoring game. Keep it simple, take the under. Los Angeles Angels vs Baltimore Orioles. Los Angeles was in action on the road against Cleveland Sunday afternoon and fell short in the rubber game for their 6th defeat in 8 games. The Angels entered this game 21-20 on the season and stood 2nd in the AL West, 4 games behind the Rangers for the division lead. On Sunday, Los Angeles got 2 hits from Taylor Ward, run, RBI, while the rest of the team was a combined 3 of 27 in the game. Gio Urshela and Shohei Ohtani knocked in the other runs in the loss. Patrick Sandoval, 3-2, took the loss despite pitching well as he allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, on 5 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts over 7.2 innings of work. Baltimore blanked Pittsburgh in the middle game of their interleague series Saturday, running their win streak to 4 games. The Orioles entered Sunday 26-13 on the season and stood 2nd in the AL East, 3 games behind the Rays for the division lead. On Saturday, Baltimore finished with 5 hits as Adley Rutschman, run, RBI, was the lone player with 2 in the contest. Rutschman, his 6th, and Gunnar Henderson, his 4th, each homered in the victory for the Orioles. Tyler Wells, 3-1, earned the win as he threw 7 scoreless frames, allowing 1 hit with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Felix Bautista worked around a hit in the 9th as he struck out the side for his 10th save of the year. Ohtani has been terrific on the mound this season, but the fact remains that the Angels have found ways to struggle at the plate. The Angels let a lead slip away in the middle game of the series with Cleveland Saturday and saw Carlos Estevez give up a 3-run homer in the 8th inning Sunday to break a 1-1 tie. Baltimore has been tough this season and they have had solid offensive production. The Orioles' bullpen is stout and if the lineup dents Ohtani, Baltimore should be able to put this one in the win column to take the opening game of the series. There's just not enough here to back the Angels, even with their ace on the mound. Our team pick is Baltimore Orioles. Although the starter has yet to be officially announced for Game 1 of this series, the Angels are expected to go with Shohei Ohtani to set the tone at Camden Yards. He comes into this matchup with the Orioles holding a stellar 2.74 ERA and 0.91 WHIP over 46 innings of work. I expect the Angels to win the game and Ohtani to deliver a strong performance. Most of the runs in this game will come from the Angels banging Grayson around. Los Angeles' pitching has not been the best this year, but Ohtani has been awesome and he will come through and the Angels will win. Take the under. New York Yankees vs Toronto Blue Jays. The New York Yankees are only 23rd in team batting average at .236 but have scored the 11th most runs with 185. New York's on-base percentage is only 22nd at .308 but has the 14th best slugging percentage with .410. Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge have each hit 8 home runs to lead New York, while Gleyber Torres has hit 6. Judge and Rizzo are also tied for the lead in RBI with 20 apiece, and Torres is a close third with 19. New York has 11 players with 11 RBI or more. New York has hit 49 doubles, 6 triples and 57 home runs in 41 games. The Toronto Blue Jays have the 9th best team batting average in baseball at .257 and are also 9th in on-base percentage at .331. Toronto's slugging percentage is .413, which is 13th, and the Blue Jays have scored the 10th most runs with 186. Bo Bichette is leading Toronto in home runs with 8 and RBI with 26, while Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is second in home runs with 7 and RBI with 22. Matt Chapman has 22 RBI as well. Toronto has 9 players with 11 RBI or more. The Blue Jays have hit 77 doubles, 2 triples and 43 home runs in 39 games. New York Yankees rookie starting pitcher Jhony Brito has had an inconsistent beginning to his major league career with a 5.81 ERA and has given up 5 home runs in his last 3 starts. Over the last 3 starts, Brito has allowed 15 hits and 8 runs in just 13 innings, and New York has lost 2 of the 3. Toronto has the most quality starts of any team in baseball with 20 through its first 39 games of the regular season. Toronto is 12th best in team ERA, WHIP and in batting average allowed. Toronto has won 7 of its last 8 played at home, and the Blue Jays have won 5 of the last 7 overall. Through the first 2 games of its current 3-game series versus Atlanta, Toronto's pitching staff has held the Braves to just 2 runs, including a shutout on Friday night. Over the last 7 games played, Toronto pitching has held opponents to 2 runs or less in 6 of the 7, with 5 wins. Our team pick is Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees have hit the 5th most home runs in the majors entering this contest with the Blue Jays. Sure, that comes with a caveat considering how easy it is to get the ball out in their home park, but they are waking up from the plate after a slow start. Anthony Rizzo leads the team with 8 home runs and is hitting a rock-solid .311 over 41 games played. Jhony Brito has not been overly impressive, and the Blue Jays will tag him for 3 or 4 runs. I expect this to be a very high-scoring game, with Mano struggling once again. Entering Sunday's game against Tampa Bay, the total number has gone over in 7 straight games for New York. Take the over with confidence here. Seattle Mariners vs Boston Red Sox. The Mariners bounced back from their series loss to Texas with a series win over Detroit this past weekend. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Red Sox, which will give them their 4th win in a row, and the series lead. Seattle is averaging 4.38 runs per game. Their .224 batting average is 29th in the league. Their .303 on-base percentage is 24th, while their .373 slugging percentage is 26th. Jarred Kelenic leads Seattle with a .289 batting average and 20 RBI, while Teoscar Hernandez leads the team with 8 home runs. Seattle's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 3.72 runs per game. Opponents have a .226 batting average against the Mariners, which is 3rd in the league. Their 3.25 ERA is 2nd, while their 1.14 WHIP is 5th. In his last start, Kirby gave up 6 hits and no runs in 7 innings, while striking out 9 batters, which led to a 5-0 win over Texas. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to get the win. The Mariners have won 5 of their last 7 games and 6 of their last 7 road games. They're playing very well offensively, scoring 21 runs in their last 4 games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because Houck has struggled on the mound for Boston, giving up 13 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 9 runs in his last 2 home starts and 3 runs in his only start against the Mariners. With Boston's bullpen also struggling, they will have a hard time slowing down the Mariners in this game. The Red Sox have lost 4 of their last 5 games and 2 of their last 3 home games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 13 runs in their last 3 games. But they will struggle offensively in this game because Kirby has looked good on the mound for Seattle, giving up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. He has given up only 5 runs in 3 road starts, and with Seattle having the best bullpen in the league, they won't have trouble keeping Boston's offense in check. Go with Seattle to cover the money line. Getting on base is critical to put across big innings, and looking at the on-base percentage throughout the month of May, Seattle is 13th with a .325 team OBP, while Boston is 2nd with a .352 OBP. The Red Sox have scored 5.69 runs per game at home, while the Mariners are tallying 4.61 runs per road game. It's not hard to imagine things will increase there with Fenway Park playing a factor. The over has hit in 21 of the previous 27 games against one another, so go with the over to hit. Over 9.5 points.